and welcome back to my bi-weekly Shop My Stash. As usual, I'm going to go over the things that I used for the last couple weeks before I pick out some new products. To start things off, we have the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation. This is almost gone. I think I'm going to leave it in because I'll probably be done with it in the next day or two, and I really do like that. This is the Revlon, what is this called? Age Defying Foundation in the shade, what are you? Do you have a shade that's easily, oh, 30, soft beige. I do like this. This is a bit of a heavier foundation, but it does work with my skin tone at this time of year, so I did enjoy that. Then we have this Revlon lipstick in Black Cherry. I bought this recently because this is the shade I wore when I got married. It was a different formula though, but I do not like how this sits on my lips. It's not a mattifying formula and my lips aren't especially cracked and dry or anything, but this just made my lips look bad. So I'm going to give this away even though I only used it once or twice. It was kind of fun to get and it's not a shade I normally wear and I don't feel like keeping it because it did not look nice. It was not flattering. Then we have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I used this a couple times. I liked it. I still got to use a little bit more to get a final opinion of it. The Smashbox Studio, what is this, Skin Flawless Concealers. I do like these. They aren't super full coverage, but I really like how they wear under the eyes and how they set. And then we have this Metal Shock Liquid Shadow from Essence. This is in the shade Supernova. We have the Nars Velvet Lip Crayon in Cruella. I don't think I even wore this even once, which is surprising because I thought I had so many neutral shadows, neutral palettes that I would wear it this week. But I think because I picked this bright blush, because I picked the brighter pink blush, I felt odd wearing the bright red lipstick, so that didn't happen. I have this Jonteblu liquid liner. It's actually a really nice liner and it held up to my teary eyes. Really like that. And the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade, what does it say on here? Oh, Teaspoon. These hold up in my waterline really nice. They're super creamy. This is something else I'm going to get rid of. This is the Annabelle Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Bronze. I don't like the brush on this. It's kind of like a sponge tip brush and it just gets in my lashes. I don't enjoy using it. The formula is nice. It's just, again, the application is really difficult and not worth the hassle on it. We have the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Amber Rush. And we have the Becca blush in Foxglove and the Vintage Cosmetics highlighter in Crystal Pink. Love both of these. They were beautiful. Then I have the IBY highlighting and contour palette. Really liked this, so there's nothing much to say about it. More nice. And we have the Cheekleaders Bronze Squad palette, and I enjoyed this. The regular Hoola shade's a little bit light for me right now, so I stuck with the Hoola Caramel, and the Gold Rush shade didn't show up on my skin at all right now, but the rest of it was, I think the 3 shades out of the 5 worked for me for the last couple of weeks. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes that I used. I have the Kaleidos Futurism 1 Sci-Fi Green. I'll just give you guys a quick peek of what these all look like. There we go. We have the UCanBe Cageling palette, which looks like that. Then we have the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, which looks like that. And it is very similar to very similar to the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. So I think if you have one or the other, you don't need the other palette. I didn't realize when I got the Naked Honey, actually I don't even know which one I got first. They're both fairly new to my collection, but I didn't realize when I bought one or the other that they were so similar. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have picked up the Naked Honey. The Juvia's Place one came in the bundle, Warrior bundle that I bought. But yeah, I mean, I have both of them now and they're both nice, but yeah, do I need both of them? No. So yeah. To go along with the Warrior palette, we did have the Warrior one, which is an all matte palette, and I was surprised at how much I actually used it this week, or the last couple weeks. I really like this palette. I didn't think I would like it as much because there's no shimmers in it. And then a favorite of mine, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jockey Anna palette, and it just looks like this. So if you're new to my Shop My Stash videos, for the most part, they're very similar to other Shop My Stashes where you just randomly pick things. However, with my eyeshadow palettes, I do use random number generator. All of my palettes are numbered and I have them in a database. And every time I use a palette, I mark down the date, and I try not to reuse a palette until I've gone through my entire collection at least once. So that is what we will be doing. I am trying something different. I did download the Tiny Decisions app, I believe is what it's called, because I think it might be able to keep track of things a little bit easier without having numbers repeated all the time, because sometimes it takes a while once I've gone through my collection a lot, and I'm constantly trying to find a number that I haven't used yet. Anyway, that's a lot of information, so I'm just going to get into it. Okay, now. So I've never really used this before, so how do we do this? Do we just go like that? Okay, palette 125. I'll try to get a pen so I can mark down what I'm doing. And that is a C Color Cosmetics Unisex 3 palette. Okay, so then we will go back to the Tiny Decisions thing, and we will hit this again and see what number comes up. 131. And that would be the Urban Decay Beached palette. Okay, next one. Palette number 23. And that would be the Cargo Cosmetics, the Essentials. I think I still have that one. The next palette is 93. And that one is I Heart Revolution Turkish Delight. Okay, palette number 64 is the ColourPop My Little Pony. And the last one, hopefully, 87. Dun, 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 dun. Revolution Beauty, the Emily Edit palette. Okay, so we're going to start things off, and we're going to pull this palette here. This is the Urban Decay Beached palette. And we're going to go on over to this drawer, and we're going to get the Turkish Delight palette from Revolution Beauty. Forgot about this one. It's in this drawer too. This is the Cargo, the Essentials palette. Then we will go into here and we will get the Unisex 3 palette. The ColourPop My Little Pony palette is right here. And the Emily Edit palette is right here. We're going to use this highlighter and contour palette for this week. Okay, then I'm going to use this IBY Cheek to Cheek palette. I also got a couple of things in from Ipsy, so I'm going to use this highlighter from Ofra called Covent Garden. And I'm going to use this Pacifica blush and bronzer duo. Let's see, what highlighter are we going to use? You know what? Maybe we'll use one of these ones, because these e.l.f. ones are new. You know what? I think we'll go with spiced apple for this week, just because it's fall. And yeah, spiced apple. That sounds good. And I think I'm going to pull this too. This is the ColourPop Lunch Money Highlighter. Okay, so concealers. I am going to keep out that Pretty Fresh one that I used from last week. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm also going to use, you know what? I think I'm going to pull out the Maybelline Superstay one to use as well. Again, I have some in my Shop My Stash, or my Project Pan. I might have said Shop My Stash last time. I meant Project Pan when I was talking about the blushes. So yeah, I'm going to use that. And then the colors we're going to pull out here. Let's see. I think I'm going to pull out this blue one from Annabelle. We'll pull out this Studio Makeup liquid liner. And you know what? One colored eyeliner is enough, because I don't wear them often enough to justify it. Do I need a powder? No, I have powders in my Project Pans that I want to use at, so I think we're good with those. For lips, I still want to keep in this Cruella one, because again, I didn't use it the last couple weeks, so we'll keep that one in. And I have a couple neutral ones in my Project Pan, but yeah, let's pull some other ones out. You know what? I want to pull this Life Song one out from Revolution Beauty. I like that one. And this Urban Decay one, this is in the shade Comfort, or no, it's a Comfort Matte in the shade 66. So we'll pull that out as well. I think that'll make a nice addition to what I have going on. Okay, so for liquid shadows and loose pigments and that sort of thing, I have them all going on in here. Do I want to pick one out for this week? You know what? I think I'm going to try to use this UCanBe glitter or pigment in the shade 01 Pixie. So we'll pick that one. And you know what? I don't think I want to go with any of the liquid shadows this week. So if I feel inspired to, I can always pull it down. But for the most part, I don't feel like it this week, so we'll do that. Okay, so this is what the palettes look like that I picked. This is the Urban Decay Beached palette. We got some color going on this week, especially compared to last week. Loving it. Oops, I'm dropping stuff too. So yeah, that's the Urban Decay Beach. Then we have the ColourPop My Little Pony palette. We have the Revolution Beauty Turkish Delight palette. We have the Cargo Cosmetics Essential palette. This is one of the neutral ones of the bunch, which is fine. Neutral's good. Then we have one of my favorite fall palettes. This is the C Color Cosmetics Unisex 3 palette. And the Emily Wants, yeah, not needs. Yeah, anyway, Revolution Beauty Emily Wants Edit palette. Something like that. Yeah, I'll get it right. Emily Edit the Wants palette. There we go. That's what it's called. Okay, and this is the IBY Cheek to Cheek palette that I have. This is the e.l.f. palette. This is that Pacifica palette. This is the, Freedom Makeup Highlight and Contour palette, the Ofra highlighter, and the ColourPop highlighter. Okay, and here are what are they called? Lip products that I'm using look like. They are the swatches, the top 3 right there. Then we have that, oh, here, Tate, you want to put your hand in for the swatches? Mm-hmm. That's what those look like there, those lipsticks. And then we have that eyeliner on the bottom, which is right here, that blue one from Annabelle. And then the UCanBe pigment is right here. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
And then we have the, liquid liner here. We have the Superstay concealer from Maybelline, the ColourPop, the Benefit, and the Revlon face products, which I'm leaving in from last week. This should be gone soon. This still matches me from my fading tan. And I put it in the Too Faced Born This Way foundation as well, just because it also matches me right now in this one. The Benefit one will probably be gone within the next use or two. So yeah, that is everything that I'm using for the next 2 weeks. Let me know in the comments below what sort of things you're using right now, any new goodies that you've received, or tried and true favorites that you're grabbing and or gravitating towards now that the seasons have changed. I would like to know. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Bye-bye. Can you say bye, Tate?
Bye.